been thinking. I've been looking at videos, I've been watching people scramble. And when it comes to the legal structure of your business, this is something that many people take for granted until they get into a jam. It's like insurance policies, these legal structures. And you get a lot of people who really don't want to put in the time and the effort and the attention that they need to put in for these legal structures because you can't just do it. You have to sit down, think, ponder, and plan it out. This is one of the big problems because a lot of people just want to go, 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 go. We're making moves, we're doing some. And I was watching this guy, CJ, so cool. And he said something because, he's got this mansion, he's got all these cars, he has two Lambos. And he said something that I'm not trying to buy cars anymore. I'm trying to become an investor. He's a young man because one thing I like about him is his channel is very positive. Because if you look past the Lambos and stuff, you'll notice they don't cuss. And he's very family oriented. He's got his girlfriend, he's got the kids, got his girlfriend's mom up in the house, they got grandma up in the house. And this is just a sign of where I see many younger hustlers, business people going. People are starting to get deeper in the game, because I consider myself a trailblazer. A lot of people know who I am. I don't know who they are. It's just funny. I go out to a function or something and, oh, yeah, I saw, you the storage auction dude. Or, yeah, you've been talking about business for years. And you, it's a very interesting thing. For many people, I become that first representation that you can do it because y'all are loving the stories. I'm putting up all this crazy stuff. I got a list on my desk of things that I'm going to do next, like that Spellman chick, the Jamaicans. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that's going on that I'm revisiting. And I came from living in a room with no heat, no air conditioning, no bathroom. Bathroom was across the way. To living in a house with 5 bathrooms. It's two upstairs, it's two on this level, and there's two down, and there's one down in the basement. Wherever I go. And, living in a million dollar neighborhood. I made that journey through hustle, sweat, taking chances, just showing up. Sometimes all you have to do to make it is to just show up. Put your preconceived notions to the side and, like, I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show out, especially with emerging technology, because, with the purge of YouTube, Facebook, the thing is, there's going to be something else. This is the thing about emerging technology. There's always emerging technology. There's going to be something else that someone can take advantage of. And for those of you who don't like the social commentary, because I had to comment on the last stream, to stop it, blah, 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 blah. Social commentary, looking at the marketplace, looking at how people are living, is one of the ways that I make my economic forecast. See, one of the reasons I'm having this discussion is you've got to look at the bigger picture because many people are myopic. They just look at what's going on here, what's in their backyard. Don't really care about anyone else. That's dangerous. That's limited. You should be aware of what's going on with these other things. They should be on your map. They should be on your radar. But many people, if it ain't in their wheelhouse, if it doesn't have immediate impact on who and what they are, they really don't care. They really don't care. And this is one of the things that we got to get out of because I've got a friend who started off with housing, what is it? Elderly care. He started off with a house. He got a staff, making long money. He was making so much money. He took some of that money and started a construction company, which is doing very well in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I look at the moves that he has made. I look at how these things happened for him because it was part of a plan. I remember when he was saying, this elderly care, this house for old people is doing about 80K a month. After bills, I got like $50,000 left. This is crazy. And he didn't have a car note. When you're making that kind of money, it don't make no sense for you to have a car note. Only thing he had was a small mortgage. And it was a small mortgage compared to the money he was making. And he said, "What is my next move?" And I was like, "What do you want to do?" It's always wanted to start a construction company. My father built our house and I always wanted to build some stuff. So he became a builder. He had so much money coming in, he was able to go to the bank and get a $5 million line of credit, which was more than enough money for him to put up his spec property. He put up like 25 houses, sold them. Builders, when things are going well, it's more money. It's ridiculous money when things are going well. When things go bad, because you're so leveraged. But the bank really liked him because he had another business that was a cash cow. And he was able to get into this riskier business because he had, he could pay his loans and still have money left over. And this is one of the reasons that I preach abundance. This is why I preach make more money. See, the first part, he was managing the money he had coming in very well. There's a lot of business owners who wouldn't have, who would have just had all kinds of foolishness. And he recently bought a yacht because they got a beach house. And he bought a yacht, cash money. I love to see people doing well. And part of this happened because he's got his LLC and legal structure set up correctly. Because see, when he went to the bank gave the money to his company. They didn't even look at him. See, this is one of the things about business. When you got your stuff set up correctly, they don't look at you. They don't look at your FICO. Which all his stuff was straight. But they looked at the deal, what he wanted the money for, what they looked at his ability to repay. And the fact that he had a real business. This is one of the things I want to tell y'all. A lot of y'all got to get real because you're out here getting this knowledge, which is good. You're out here doing this study. You got to take action. You got to go ahead, start this business, put it into the real world, get you some real customers, get you some real cash. This is the thing you got to do because when he started this housing, this elderly care thing, he was scared. He was just like, this is good money, but there's a lot of regulatory hoops you've got to jump through, a lot of paperwork, a lot of forms and stuff you got to pull out. But he did that. He did that. How many of you have your legal structure and stuff all set up? And how many of you are making money from your business? Just want to get a read on that. I want to know how many people, and if you catch this later on, put in the comments, where are you in your business journey? Because the thing is, I'm kind of slowed it down. I'm looking out at the next 20 years. So things have slowed down because when you look at what people can get done in a decade with a plan, it's sick. It's insane that what can happen. All right, Robbie Rob, go ahead and be, because it all starts. I love stories like this. I do handyman work on the weekend. I take my contractor's license next Tuesday. If I pass the test, I'll officially be a licensed contractor in my state. That's how it starts. Getting those credentials. One of the things that I used to run into all the time, especially with Craigslist people, were folks who were not working on their credentials. Johnny Walden, okay, you still working? Electric Beauty, not all the way set up. Oh, Billy Jean, he was out there hard, just getting started, getting bank account, engineer life skills. I'm ahead of schedules. Awesome. Dream the dream. You want to start real big businesses and get that real cash. All right. Ben, DSL Chronicles. Yep, that was the deal I got. $90. Brother Man Trucking, C Corp trucking business with authority. All right, all right. Steve Jameson, trades and skills that pay. Oh, Robbie Rob, I hope you get that. That's a nice come up. Because see, this is where you should do this, Robbie Rob. In my business journey, I'm on the beginning of a meeting next week to paint a whole apartment complex. I hope I get this. Once you get that, tell yourself you're going to get it. Once you get that under your belt, use that to get more deals like that. Will Melvin got the LLC structure, business bank account, and car. Got money coming in since day one. All right, all right. All right, Johnny Wong, you got your IE number. Sharcella still researching. Euromag, do you think it's worth to receive an old corporation? Just depends on what you're trying to do. Superstar Customs, new opportunity presented itself. Now I'm restructuring my 5-year plan. All right. King waiting for the economy to fall Q4 2009 to take advantage. All right, Richard Mayfield just need to increase the income. King, I'm with you on that 2020, King. Hanco, don't sleep on assisted living. I'm telling you, the money he had coming in, and what he's done is, since everything is worked out, he opened up another assisted living facility. So he's got 2 of them in the construction company. Thank you, Chevy Knight, Home Care Services. Yeah, because the thing is, once you do that, once you go in there and you sell them on the job, you do it, you can use that as a reference to get more jobs like that. That's how you should plan it. That's just like you should tell yourself, you got it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to set it up. The NBD CBD gummy business is going in 5 stores. All right. And this is something else too. You know that, if you got a product or something, you can approach these smaller stores and they'll sell it. E-commerce. Ben Blitz, what do you think of Legal Zone? I think you should go ahead below and get the art of holding and establish your stuff yourself. Because see, this is one of the things. LegalZoom sets up a lot of naked LLCs. They'll just listen to what you want. They'll set some stuff up, and there's no real articles of organization. There's no the language isn't there. There's a lot of stuff that's missing. They do exactly what you're saying. You'll have a valid LLC. It just may not protect you in times of need and crisis. Because see, the thing is, like my boy with the assisted living facilities, he's got a holding company, and the holding company, that the assisted living facilities and the operating company, the new one is an operating is on is a subsidiary. So he's got three active companies pushing money through that holding company. He listened to me. He's sitting pretty because you know someone put in a comment that if you are a single man and you start this with the holding company, your operating company in your 20s, and you keep this rolling, you get married, she can't take half if you handling your business. Because see, by setting this up, you could put a clause in your holding company that any new partners or members of this company, if they were to get married, their spouse must sign a prenup. And you could just pop this out when the relationship warms up. And like, look, this is part of my corporate package. This is something I got to do. It ain't me. It's just my folks. It's my legal folks. See, you don't even present it like it's you. It's like, hey, it's these. You could blame it on your corporate structure, and it's like, and oh, here's $500 for you to take the structure to an attorney and have someone look at it. Yeah, because essentially a lot of people out here who are hustling hard, who are building businesses, they they are not protected. And what's the thing? You got to understand, and this is going to get into the social commentary. Right now, we have a crazy dichotomy in the economy. We have more young people who are killing it than ever before, and we have more people who are ass out than before. This group of millennials make the least amount of money in previous generations. They don't have any money, they don't have any wealth. Yet some of these millennials have Shopify stores, the e-com businesses, they're making millions. It's a very, very unique situation. King, go below, get the art of holding. I'll walk you through it all for that. Um, a big part of why you as a business owner need to protect yourself because there's so many people out there looking for a come up. This is like when I was in the hood, everybody had a settlement coming from an accident, from something that happened in the hospital. Everybody had a settlement coming. Yeah, I'm waiting on my settlement. I'm waiting on my settlement. And they would get, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I remember one chick, she got $450,000 because they messed her up. One of her legs was shorter than the other. And some stuff went down in the hospital and she got her settlement. Hood settlements are crazy because it's a party. It's a party over here. It's a party over here for a minute. Steve Jameson, don't be the bag. Don't get the bag, be the bag. I like that. Be the instrument of producing cash. Because once again, you got to get around to actually doing some stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's wise to grow fast if you can handle it, if you've got the foundation, you've got the framework for fast growth. Dre the dream might be laziness. I'm only 34, so I fall into the millennials, but it's a hustle mindset. Engineer life school skills. This is the story of hood settlements. One of my family members got 250 and blew through it in 6 months, then called me for rent money. Thanks, Ben, the bartender. Yeah, I mean, fast growth, because essentially, if you want to grow fast and you can maintain profits, this is one of the reasons that Uber and Lyft are getting beat up after their IPOs. They've done a lot of stuff to grow the business, but they haven't maintained profits. Hood money, man. When people get that settlement money, they feel that it's Christmas. Everybody knew that I got a hood settlement, was back in the same hood in a year. Wow. Yeah, hood settlements. This will probably be some of the stories, because I have a few people I know that were in the hood. They got a settlement. I remember this one chick. Her grandma died. She had a BMW. She had all kinds of stuff, and she used to be the girlfriend of the drug dealer. So you know how that went. What's up, Scorpio Life? One of the big things that you've got to understand is managing your business. Once you learn how to manage your business and make some money, this is something that no one can ever take away from you. Steve James, my dad has a settlement he's waiting on. He plans for spending 500K more than he's getting. Wow. Richard Mayfield, I have an LLC. Once again, I'm not a fan of DBAs. You could do, because essentially is have the holding company, have the operating companies. Been the problem in the hood is a vast lack of financial knowledge. Johnny Walton, I got 33,000, got two cars, partied in the 3 months I was broke. Hood settlements, man. Hood settlements. Engineer life school. Y'all the girls in my hood were masters at lawsuits. They would sue and resue people every 3 years. It was a business. This is why you got to set your legal structure up, because there are people who will come after you. They say, "Oh, he got money. We gonna get him." Hood settlements turn Pookies into Nino Browns. Deborah Matthews, I'm falling in love with learning and plotting and planning how to level my business up. Just watched a video about holding companies. Oh yeah, yeah. We do a lot. We do a lot of lives. Robbie Ross, speaking of the hood, it's crazy how many people the video versus the normal content. Oh yeah, I mean I've noticed that, because all of those in the hood videos, a lot of people are watching them. There's only three. There will be another one tonight. The Goonie Goo Goo. Been the bartender. I knew a cat that hit 25K in the lottery, blew it on a new car. You and see, this is one of the things you have to be properly structured before you come in. Well, see, this is the thing, Dre the Dream. A lot of people are not financially literate, because see, when hood settlements come in, people think people don't realize how much money that isn't. Is there legal protection for your Craigslist hustle? What do you mean? What's up, Rain Man? Two sides. Robbie Rob is actually a thing where people do pranks in the hood and videos go. Oh, I have seen the viral videos from the hood. Dang, Steve Jamerson. See, this is where you need competent advice. There was a man who essentially they said he went to jail for kissing this white girl, right? And you look into the case, you find out there's a lot of more. And what really got this dude was he had poor representation. He had the attorney that was provided for him. He didn't have enough money to get his own attorney. He didn't have enough money to fight for his freedom. Will Melvin, I used to have a neighbor who lived entirely off of Southern. I think it was a million, or at least that was the rumor. He spent his days smoking weed and driving around in the old Jaguar on rims. Uh, it depends, Ben Belitz. If you put that thought into a work like a book or something, yes, there's legal protection. King, you should lease a car in your LLC. Public defender. Yep. That's what got him. When I heard that, I was like, oh, because it was a complicated case. It was a he said, she said. Um, there's no way that I would go in a situation like that with a public defender, public pretender. I wouldn't do it. BK from the Rockies. I've been told about being properly structured for friends in the past, but I'm still not sure how to structure something or should be, especially since I don't have a business. Well, the first thing is you got to get you some business. As much weed as dude smokes, he should be investing in the cannabis industry. That's wow. You have so many people out here who like these YouTubers and a lot of these online personalities. They blowing up because I saw CJ So Cool talking about his tax problem he had. Robbie Rob. Most the way the Internal Revenue rules set up purchasing of a vehicle, it's you ever notice how some of these companies have these like super small, super cheap cars? That's because they can only write off the mileage. They can't write off the car. The Internal Revenue Service has a weight requirement and a size requirement. However, if you lease a vehicle, that lease payment is 100% to tax deductible. That's why you lease a car. Just depends on how much money your Craigslist service is making. Scorpio Life, like essentially, let's take what Scorpio Life's talking about. Let's say I had a Craigslist painting service, and I was doing about 8K a month. I would not mess around with a car. I would go out and get me a point A to point B car for that type of business. I wouldn't lease anything. It doesn't make any sense. Man, I like that, Robert. Robert, you can always tell the path for people on about type of problems they have. That is gospel. That is gospel because essentially, I want you guys to go ahead and protect yourself because as we're talking about these hood settlements, if there are people out there that know you have money, you are a target. Essentially, you are a target. Joseph, listening to your stories, I thought I was the only one who had stories similar. When you try to tell someone how normal it felt they think it is. It's the craziest things. Oh, I've been revisiting all that stuff. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Like, typically this is how it goes. Let's say you have a very successful company and your company is successful enough that you could take a salary of 250K. You could lease a nice car for yourself or pay taxes. What are you gonna do? This is why a lot of business owners go ahead and lease a nice sports car and lease it in the business name. You sleep so much better at night when you sub correctly. Proposing your counsel will search your assets and oh man, they gonna look. And this is why it's not good to be a sole proprietor. Johnny Wall, and even if people think you make a lot of money, have good insurance, some people still come after you. What's up, Mike G? Scorpio Life, but should your paying business be an LLC at the 8K mark? Your paying business should have been an LLC at the 2000 mark. I mean, 8K a month is good money for a service business because that puts you at the 100K. Yeah, holding company starts first. I mean, the business game works when you're currently making money. None of this stuff really works or is optimized if you just putting it up together. Like you go out and start a holding company, you go out and start an operating company, and you're not really doing anything with them, except sitting on them. They ain't really gonna do you a lot of good. But once you add the element of cash flow, oh, everything changes. Everything changes. I mean, it is crazy how everything changes. But with hood settlements, and there's a type of person in society that's just looking to get over. If you leave yourself exposed by you don't having the proper legal structure for your business, it's not a matter of if someone's going to come for you. If you're making money, it's a matter of when. Ben the Blitz making the holding company afterwards is a big pain in the butt. Enjoy your life skills. It's not the insurance, it's the assets. Easy to get at. You want nothing in your name. Trust LLC's holding company for the win. Caddy has a program for 1,500 a month. Lease any vehicle and you switch a few times a year. It's month to month, insurance included. Wow, I didn't know that. Polly Robertson, I bought your money manager. I still don't fully understand the five checking account system. All five checking accounts are at the same bank because you're going to transfer money between them. That's it depends on what you're trying to do, Christian. I used to do payday loans. I used to do pawn shops. I was that kind of person because I was on that type of level financially. Like now, you know, um, I get loans off assets. It's crazy how true that everyone I know in construction has money that's been sued. Oh yeah, they coming for the deep pockets. What's up, TDOS? 50 Cent's the richest broke celebrity. 50 Cent's Instagram has 53 million followers. He be putting some crazy stuff on there. What's up, Galactic Copperstone? Clearco Vision of Florida, LLC checking in. Yeah, whenever I need money, like I can use the cash flow of this company to get a loan. It's totally different things. But see, I'm in a very good situation that I don't need a lot of money to run this company, and I don't have to use my business credit for this company. Sometimes I just use it sometimes just to keep it in force. Rain Man, two sides, absolutely. That's why you must create the holding company first. 50 cents. I'm not rich. My company's gangster. Barfield, did you see the rapper who spent 1.4 million in business credit to fund his rap career? No, I didn't. Good Lord. That's just throwing good money after bad. Really? His rap career? Get out of here. That's crazy, man. 1.4 million. He could have took that 1.4 million and bought seven $200,000 properties and been getting about 8 to not 10K a month consistently. A lot of people don't have that hustle, man. K son, he was from Baltimore. That's crazy. I thought rappers, that's a good question. Rappers don't hustle anymore. If your LLC isn't making money, can you still write off business expenses? Your LLC must be operative and in the process of business. Even if you're not making what's considered a profit, you can carry forward losses for the future to offset profits in the future, aka Donald Trump. He had a decade where he lost money for 10 years, and he was able to bring those losses forward to offset the profits he made in the future. It's a beautiful system. It's a beautiful system, but you got to sit down and plan. Do you think it's stable to open a store with Shopify, or should it be stated elsewhere to prevent platform? Well, Shopify doesn't really mess with the store. Shopify, the deal with Shopify is you need to get a form of traffic. Shopify is perfectly fine for opening up your store. They can handle a lot of traffic, but you got to get a source of, Shopify is fine. You just got to get you a traffic source. Trade EME, that's a 300 unit apartment complex using OPM money right there. Scorpio life. I don't know about that. I would say if you're having cosmetic procedures to further your YouTube channel, that should be a tax write off. That should be a tax write off because once again, once you get into being a YouTube, being a celebrity, there's doors that open to you. There's all kinds of things available to you that are just not available to a normal person. Like you hear this celebrity, they will have their legs insured for $4 or $5 million. That makes no sense if you're a regular person. But if you're a celebrity and your legs, you know for your legs, that makes a lot of sense. AF playing games today. Oh, I don't know. I haven't switched the screen. Steve Jameson, butt injections fall under marketing. I was watching this chick who had butt injections. She's trying to get them removed. I mean, one of the beautiful things is that when you sit down, and this is where, I mean, you come up with and an intention for your life. You know, the life I have isn't an accident. This is something that came. I'm going to show you. All right. This course right here, Script Your Days. This is the foundation of a lot of success. This is old. I mean, this right here will change a lot of stuff in your life. When you have an intention and you act on that intention and you put it into the universe, amazing things. So go ahead and get Script Your Days. Amazing stuff comes when you have intention. So you're a young man, you go out, and you're like, look, I want to be a financial success. I want to do real estate. And you get in real estate at 18, I guarantee you by the time you 25 or 30, you'll be a millionaire. I guarantee you. Whether you started with no money, because see, you had this intention. One of the reasons that this channel is 10 years old is I had this intention to teach people. It's an intention. And then you take this intention and you put it with the power of a holding company and operating companies. Woo! How you will set your life up. It's amazing. Richard Mayfield, JK Laser Small Business Taxes 2019 covers a lot of ways businesses can save on taxes. See, the tax code is written for business owners. It's already set up for business owners. And this is why, you know, with the tax cut that the GOP did, you need a side hustle that you can incorporate to get you some serious tax benefits. This is what you need. I mean, if you want to open up your life, matter of fact, let me do some here because I'm getting ready to shut this down. But I'm going to let's see what happens when I set this other video off because there's another hood story. Come on, come on, come on. All right. All right. So this is the hood story. All right. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Just remember, start a business, have intentions of being successful, written plan, a written roadmap for your future success, and put that up with the power of LLCs and the proper legal structure, and you will fundamentally change your life. Charlotte, I was almost slighted by the tat. You got tattoos? Mike Gee, I wouldn't recommend any courses for anyone that's a multiple business sole proprietor. You are a sitting duck. I would recommend that you go out and you get the proper legal structure. I would not do anything as a sole proprietor. So that I'll see you guys later. If you need help, the art of holding is below. So if you need some help with that, go ahead and get it. And I will talk to you guys later.